Hey guys. Uh, right, let me see who is in. Hi, buddy. Hi, Peter. How are you, mate? Just let me know. Can you hear me okay? Is this, can you hear the sound okay? Um, yeah, can hear. Okay, fine. Okay, now let's try the next one. We're gonna try TikTok live off the PC. Um, Watching gold at the minute, guys. We're right on the money. Okay, let's see what happens when we launch TikTok Live. This is going to be interesting. Okay, we. Oh shit! Your live appears to be on a different topic. Please select that. What? Add topic. Match dance. Football deal. Mm, Learn about me. Okay, let's see if that works. Sorry, guys, if you are on YouTube, just bear with me while I'm just trying to sort out uh, a couple of things. We are waiting for, okay, say what's happening. Okay. Oh dear. I have no idea what I've just done here. And gold is moving. If it breaks those lows, we are going to just sell live at the market. If it breaks this low here, guys, I'm going to sell live at the market. But we've got 8 minutes. See if it can hold below this range. Sorry, bear with me, guys. That's, oops. Sorry, YouTube. I'm just trying to set up something on. It's not working. Never mind. Uh, 1 second, guys. We recommend to cancel, submit. Where are we? 1 second, guys. I do apologize for what's going on. I am just having my usual tech issues. Hmm. Okay, no worries. There we go. Hey Tiff, how are you, darling? Uh, okay, let's see if this works. Okay, we are, I think, live now on TikTok as well. I don't know what the sound is like, so I'm just gonna hopefully the sound is. Uh, if anyone's on YouTube, can you just have a quick look on TikTok for me and tell me if the sound is okay? Advanced audio settings. Let's see if we can boost that a bit. Uh, hey guys, hey Tiff. Peter Arman, Sol, just let me, if you're on TikTok, guys, just let me know what the sound is live. Is the sound okay? Is it quiet? Is it loud? Or is there anything? It's fine on TikTok. Amazing. Wicked. And hopefully the screen is okay now as well. Okay, awesome. Right. In that case, we have started a few minutes early today, just on the basis that I'm trying to test out the new studio that I've got here for TikTok. Hi Zoita, how we doing, guys? Um, Everyone on YouTube, welcome. What are we looking at? Well, the market's been pretty quiet today. We haven't had a single trade placed. Not a single trade. Gold is stuck in a range. And as you can see, the range is pretty small. It's about $13. And within that range, the candles that have been formed are not very good. And what I mean by that is if I'm looking to trade, I want to see what I call clear space. Clear space being big bodied candles like this black one here or these black ones coming down. If you look at the range here over the last few hours, you'll see all the candles of small bodies, lots of wicks to the upside and downside. There's nothing interesting for me to trade here. So I need the market to create a direction. With comics coming in 34 minutes, hopefully we can see that. So I'm going to be looking for a break above 3304 or a break below 3291. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove all my drawings off the chart for a minute. Hi, Gray, how you doing? One Trade, how are you doing? Um, I'm going to remove everything off the chart and I want to show you why. So let's get rid of these and then we'll take a look at the higher time frame and maybe then we can decide what we're going to look at and if we have a bias. So if we look at the daily chart, something we can take note on from the daily chart is if we take a look at just structure highs, but resistance, market came down, created a low. Then we broke lower, we created a lower low. Now, this high has been formed and it is a lower high. Now, what we've then done is formed a base here, support level. The question is the market going to break the high of this daily high? If it does, we're going to push back on, test these highs, and maybe come through and test the all-time highs. If the market rejects this area and breaks through, we're probably going to come down, fill this wick, and maybe even come down and test this area here. So what we have to do is sit tight and be patient. Yesterday's candle would give us an insight that the market is likely to push higher. However, we have to wait for a couple of things, which is what I've just said. We need to wait for the market to break the highs. Craig, how you doing? GT. So now it's a matter of letting the market just, let's put everything back on the chart. Right. Oh, sorry, delete, Control Z. Let's get rid of those and bring our analysis back on the chart. So we've started at the higher time frame. We've come down. Hey Gandalf, how you doing? Hey Jammed, TCC, welcome. So as we said, we've got a couple of areas that we can look at for the market to move, but before we do anything, we need to see a direction. We don't have clarity on the daily, we don't have clarity on any of them, so we need to see which way it's going to go because we could, and this I know it's that old saying, it's a game of two halves when it comes to football or any type of sport. In this instance, the market could go up or down. And before I have a strong bias on which way I want it to go, I need to see a closure above 3304 or a closure below 3291. This is gold, guys. If you're just logging in, this is gold on. Hi, Peter Howells. Hi, FT Spark and Kilo. How we doing? Welcome. So we're just looking at gold. We're looking to see if we can get a trading opportunity long or short. We don't mind, but we are waiting. Hey, Sid, how you doing? Welcome, Jamaica. Mohammed, welcome. Aaron, I hope you're well. Sitting on my hands for the last 4 hours, very frustrating. Yeah, it has, mate. But you'll make more money sat on your hands than jumping into trades because you feel like you need to be taking a trade. Hey, Scott, um, this is where you'll find the people that are ill-disciplined will be jumping into trades because they think, oh, price is just popping through the support level, so you're going to place a trade. Guess what? You get triggered in, and then it pulls back up into the range, and you've just taken a loss, and now you're pissed off with yourself because you've done something you shouldn't have done. So, what do? We wait. Yesterday was a little bit of a frustrating day. Just look at the hourly chart. It's awful. Look at all these wicks here. We haven't had a close underneath here on the hourly. We haven't had it on the 30. We haven't had it on the 15. It's just really, really nasty. So we've got to wait. And that'll mean waiting for a closure below 32.91 as I've highlighted, or a closure above 33.04. So if we're looking for a breakout short, that's what I'm looking for. Hey, Queen Jana, Sammy, how we doing? Lots of hearts coming in. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'm still not quite sure what to do on TikTok when it comes to this the gifts and the everything else. So I do apologize. I am looking into it and finding out what I need to do and how to create it and be a bit more engaging. Um, Now, I'm not sure. I want to do something. I don't know if this will work. Let's see. Samir, I just want to know why. I want to try and do a poll on TikTok, but it's not a. Let me see if I try again. Where's nah? Nah, unfortunately, guys, I'm a bit of a dinosaur when it comes to tech. So we're gonna see what happens here. We've got 15 minutes to wait for a potential trade. If we get a 15-minute closure below, then we've got a setup. We just need to wait for the next thing. Commander Chief, good afternoon, sir. How are you? Aaron can't feel his hands. He's been sat on them that long. Well, not going to come out with the old joke there. The sound is quite low. I can't turn it up, I don't think, anymore my side. Yeah, mine's fully whacked up. I don't, it looks like it's maybe just, let me advanced audio properties. Desktop audio, left and right. Volume percentage. I'm just gonna turn it up. I'm putting a booster on. I don't know if it's gone any louder. Just let me know if it's gone a bit louder. I've just boosted it 30%. If it's too loud, let me know. If it's not made any difference, also let me know. Right, we're waiting. We've got it's better. Okay, fantastic. Something I've just worked out how to use. Okay, so we've got we've got 12 minutes, guys, waiting for this candle to close. Um, Patience, patience, patience. You're probably going to get sick of me saying that, but look, ultimately, this will be the difference between potentially being profitable and consistent as opposed to just jumping into trades on the basis that our fight or flight mode, dopamine's kicking in, thinking we need to take this trade because of FOMO. John Edward, how we doing? Sinavu, if that's right. Bezel, how we doing, guys? Uh, Lots jumping in now over on TikTok, so appreciate your time. But yeah, we're just waiting for gold to close below. Only thing I would look at with gold is a potential. If we break this low, I think we're going to continue going. So we've got between that low and there's 50 odd pips. So I'm not placing the trade. I'm just getting my what do you call it? Magic keys ready in case. Now, my members use different things. We use Magic Keys. Some of the members use Dane's Trades. Other ones use Trade Assistant. This is just a trade management. Oh, I know what's. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna put my glasses on. I just. There we go. I thought my eyes were getting sore. Um, there we go. Mo Money, how we doing? Yeah, so just waiting for gold to close below this level. If we get a close below in the next 10 minutes, so at 3:15, once this 15-minute candle's closed, there we go. Once this 15-minute candle's closed, we will be looking to trade short. Very simple rules, guys. You'll see here, breakout short. These are the rules. Close below support, clear space. Look left. Do we have clear space? Yes. Next candle to wick up. So what I'm saying is, if we get a candle to close below like this, so it's forgive the wonky lines. So that's meant to be a bearish candle, right? The next candle, we want to see it push up. If it pushes up, we're going to place a sell stop underneath that low, and we're looking for that to happen. Okay, does that make sense, guys? That's what we're waiting to happen, and that's what we're going to look for. So we are just sitting tight, waiting patiently on the sidelines to take advantage of the next move in gold. Whether it's down or up, we don't give a damn. What happens if it doesn't push up? Okay, so great question, Dan. Um, in the only time I will trade a what we call momentum entry is at just before COMEX. So anytime now. Any other time of the day, I want to see the market do the opposite thing. So if I'm selling, I want it to push up. And the reason for that, if you think about a gun or an elastic band, if you want to fire it, you have to pull it back, let go for it to then go propel forward. If you want to fire a gun, you have to cock the hammer, pull the trigger, it fires the bullet forward. So I want the same thing to happen with trading. I want it to go against the way that you want it to move. Hey Edwin, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. And then we want it to project forward. So that's what I'm looking for. I want to see that close below. Realistically, I wanted to see it go up first before it breaks the low. If it doesn't, like I said, the only time I don't mind trading a momentum entry is around COMEX. And the reason for that is we've got US money coming in and it is the commodity exchange opening. That's it. So we've got a big chunk of liquidity hitting the markets, loads of fresh cash coming to the markets, and I'm expecting that if we've closed below, then the market will just then continue that move lower. So, like I said, that's what we're going to look for, and that's what we're going to trade if we see it. If it doesn't happen, guess what? It's just another day sat in the field waiting for it to happen. So, great question there, by the way. Uh, Guys, there's lots of new people logging in on TikTok, so welcome. Um, China, Persia, Ryan, Paha, Beninta, some names that I don't know how to pronounce, so I won't even try and do it because I don't want to offend anyone. And I think some of them are just usernames, hence Foodie, Bassett, Magnus, how we doing, guys? Welcome. We're looking at the gold chart. There's nothing to trade just yet. NASDAQ, let's take a look while we're waiting for this one to unravel. So NASDAQ, look at that for a candle yesterday. That type of candle, I wouldn't be wanting to trade long just yet based on something like this. I see this candle as maybe that where we're moving right now is potentially just the market coming up to grab some interest, i.e. liquidity, to then potentially break the lows and move a bit lower. But we shall see. Have a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour, we've got consolidation. We do have nice clear space to continue to trade up higher. So we do have that. Looking at the hourly, if I was looking for long trades on the hourly, I'd probably want to see a close above here. Let's drop down. I'm going to move that to there. Okay, so if I'm looking for trades on the NASDAQ, we are looking long above there and short below here. Let me just check. It's starting to move. Don't want it. Oh, well, there we go. It's already. Yeah, there's plenty of room there. So we've got to wait for this candle to close. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Maybe there's just been something come out because that was a big old drop. 71, 37, 100-point drop in. All right, there must have been some comment. Let me just have a quick look, see what I can find. Bear with me a second, guys. I just want to see what. Gold's dropping. Damn it. We're gonna have to wait. Everything's moving. Everything's moving. Look at that. Something has come out. I don't know what, but okay. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for this candle to close in 5 minutes. But unfortunately, I think that's just killed our trade idea unless the next candle pushes up. We've got 56 points there. So, well, unfortunately, guys, that has just absolutely screwed us, ladies and gents. Yeah, I'm just having a look. I can't see anything just yet, but all my data, I don't know if this is because I've got too many studios bloody running right now, but my news feed isn't coming through. My news feed isn't. Okay, so I am just gonna look, at the end of the day, whatever happens, happens. I mean, we're not short now, but if we had been, you'd have got T1, T2, probably T3 underneath that low, but didn't take it. It just moved without anything, and I can't see any news. I think it might be due to the meeting with Trump yesterday and Powell. Yeah, but it's let's have a look. Trump's just tweeted. 2 weeks ago, China was in grave economic danger. The very high tariffs I set made it virtually impossible for China to trade in the US, which is by far number one in the world. We went, in effect, cold turkey with China, and it was devastating for them. Many factories closed, and there was, to put it mildly, civil unrest. I saw what was happening and didn't like it for them, not for us. I made a fast deal with China in order to save them from what I thought was going to be a very bad situation, and I didn't want to see that happen. Because of this deal, everything quickly stabilized and China got back to business as usual. Everybody was happy. That is the good news. The bad news is that China, perhaps not surprisingly to some, has totally violated its agreement with us. So much for being Mr. Nice Guy. Okay, so buy gold, guys. We are Okay, so Trump's just tweeted China's violated the deal. Right, we're going to look to get long momentum entry above the highs if we push up. We've got 2 minutes yet, so let's see if we can. We're going to look to get long above those highs there, guys. We do have, what is it? 1 minute and 4 seconds. If we break that high, I'm in. If we break that high, I'm in, guys. And I'm in. All right, let's put partial TPs, 15 pips. and literally just gone straight to oh, it was very, very close. Can you see? Let me. God, I've got too many screens on the go. TV. All right, we literally just missed TPs. All right, there we go. Right. Oh, and that should have just gone to break even. Unfortunately, it didn't. But never mind, we're good to go. All right, entries above the highs on. Look at that. Spread violated. Unreal. So we're in a $6 loss at the minute on gold, but we'll be looking to add into the position on a break above the highs on here. So I'm going to put in another order on the break of the highs. Who's in? So we've got orders here, guys, like this. The So we are currently in a $4.50 loss at the minute. Yeah. So stops should be underneath the lows on the candle, but I brought mine up to de-risk a little bit, guys. I'm about to close that trade for a $7 loss. We've got 12 minutes. It's held in just. And you see the purple line there? That's TP1. So maybe the spreads just didn't allow it to close on the TPs. I'm not quite sure why it didn't close out and move stops to break even, but we're holding in just, guys. Which orders have we placed? So it's we went long above the high of this candle here, which is very close to being stopped out right now, to be fair. And I've got another order just above the high of this candle. So we are now, if you go into YouTube, you'll see the order. You'll see the trade in play. Gold buys. We bought momentum entry as it broke the highs. I was able to enter right after the breakout. Yeah, lucky mate. I mean, it's how my I I literally do not know how it didn't close out TP1 and get to break even. I mean, it's literally the statutory TP it was taken there, and it's missed it by the spread by the looks of it. But we'll see. I still quite like it for a continuation higher, but we're $5 offside at the minute. Um, Yeah, if you want to have a look on YouTube, you'll see the screen live on YouTube, guys. I can't run both screens parallel and change on TikTok. So you'll see it on YouTube, guys. So we're $4 offside on the original order right now. Started in 2009, end of 2009. And then day trading started in 2020 when Trump last entered the scene, let's put it that way. Original order is about to get stopped out. No, it's held in a gain. We are $3 offside, $1 offside. Very jumpy out there. 1 second, just phone's bleeping in the background. All right, what are we doing? Not a lot. We need market to move considerably to the upside, to be fair. We need about $3.50 move now. Uh, what questions? We are in buys on gold. We are in buys on gold. Currently $3 offside at the minute. If you want to see the live trades, guys, it's on YouTube. Um, yeah, the live trades are on YouTube, so you can see the screen on YouTube. Right now, you'll see we have an order which is basically we're live. We got triggered in just above the high of this candle, and then we have a pending order above the high of that one. And what's happening now? We are basically 10 pips off, well, 11, 12, 15 pips offside now. Edwin took a nice $264 profit. His TP1 came out. Well done. Missed my TP by, I can't even tell you. Looks like the spread, to be fair, guys, but it is what it is. Didn't manage to get my stop to break even fast enough as it was about to hit TP. To be fair, I thought it was just going to close it out at TP, and once TPs are hit, the software automatically takes it straight to break even. Hey, Rich, how you doing? High chance. We've got about 8 minutes for comics to kick in and send it the next. You sell above and buy below, maybe typing error. What? No, we're buying above this level and we sell below this level. So we bought as it broke the highs, momentum entry, and then we have another momentum entry above the high of this candle. So we're sat. If you go to YouTube, you'll see the live orders in there. We came very close to getting stopped out. Now we're pretty much back at our entry price. Oh, well, we were for a split second. Waited all day for this trade, and it's not playing ball at the minute. There is buying pressure, I think. The shorts are getting taken out. Let's hope so. As soon as we see price take out those highs, then we're good to go again. But to be fair, after that candle, I would have expected to have seen the market move a little bit more aggressively than it has done over this next 15 minutes, but we'll see. Just need to sit tight and let the market do its thing. Um, we are maintaining above VWAP. Okay. Uh, I don't use VWAP, Edwin, so I couldn't comment on that. Um, knowledge of it is zero. Hi, Michael. Hi, guys. On TikTok. Hi, guys on YouTube. We are in buys. We're negative about $4 at the minute. Entry, as you can see, it was as the market broke structure highs on a big shift in momentum on gold buying. We haven't unfortunately seen the follow through after that. It came, as you can see, the purple line is our TP1. Now, TP1, when price hits that, it will close out half of the original order and move stops on the original order to break even. We do have an add-in position above the high of that candle as well, which I will run the same thing. So if it breaks that high, we'll have two positions running, and then you just see me start hitting close half and so forth as the market goes in favor, and auto break even. But we need the market to push higher. Let's hope it does that. See if the analysis was right. How do you manage news, or you trade after news? I don't trade before news. I will trade after news. I'll see how the market reacts and then wait for the dust to settle. I know there's traders out there that will trade long and short, put orders either side of a candle and hope that the news hits one order and just moves in their favor. The downside with that, for me, it's just like going to the casino and betting on red or black. The only downside is you're not guaranteed the entry price that you put. You can get slipped or gapped, whatever you want to call it. And when you're slipped, that's just going to put a massive strain on the management of that position. Uh, Trade LV, Zeno Trade live streaming. Nice, Trade LV. You, I'm so glad you come over to my live stream to try and get some followers. You must be doing superbly well for yourself. Well done. Um, so guys, there's someone trying to promote themselves on my stream. Check them out. Zeno Trade. Listen, if you want to shout out, mate, I'll do it for you. I really don't give a damn. It's come to 32.97. How do you man? So 3 minutes for comics, guys. 3 minutes. Let's push. How are we doing, guys, on TikTok? We're in a live trade, which is why I can't really answer too many questions. If you want to see the trade, it's live on YouTube. We're $1.2 down offside at the minute. So I will answer questions as and when I can. But yeah, I'm just sat here watching the trade because waiting for the market to potentially push to the upside, and then we can start to scale out of. So we will be scaling out at $1.50, and we'll also be adding another position as it breaks this high here. So we're in one trade at the minute. We're about 8 pips offside, make it 9. As soon as I see the second trade go in and get 10 pips up, I'll close another half off, and then stops will be at break even, and then we're just gonna see if it can run. 33.16 is around the price point we want to be coming out. What? It looks like it, Liam. It looks like it was a Trump tweet to say that China have violated their agreement. All right, 1 minute. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute, and we're $2.50 offside now. Uh, 1 second. Um, yeah, we've got PC in. Yeah, I was hoping we'd be out of it by now, but we're not. So we're just gonna see if we can get a spike up. Not moving. Oh, it's still pending. We're about to get pinged, I think. Spreads are open. Let's see if we can get the and everything's come in as expected, so no real change in data there for the US. CPI data is on Wednesdays, so that'll be in about 2 weeks, I think, second Wednesday. Well, very non-existent news event, that one. A flip is usually a good sign. Yeah, let's hope we can see some more movement to the upside. So if we look at the 30, any break above that, let's just bring that down into here. So both targets are going to be at that 33.16 level. That's extended targets. I'll only have probably about 20% of the position running by the time it gets to about that price point, if it can get there and if I can stay in the trade. God, what's going on? Well, another quiet session so far. Yeah, we've got a trade in, but it's not moving. Just that one big spike on the tweet. Would have expected to have seen a lot more follow through after that, but we're not seeing it. And, and there we go. About to get stopped. Mm, not looking too clever. Three, two. As soon as it takes out the low of that candle, we're gone. I will keep the buy order, and there we go. So that's that one gone, guys. I still keep the so we have been stopped out on our original position. So I've just cancelled. We were in before the news. Trades are generally hitting break even within about, or stopped out within a couple of minutes. I uh, I mean that the news isn't the news has barely even made that move. But we traded what we saw here on this candle. This candle, big reversal candle, took out the highs, traded it on momentum. But look, at the end of the day, this is you'll see me do the same thing time and time again. Um, in fact, we can go back to YouTube now. So YouTube, I'm going to bring you back to TradingView. So we've just taken a loss, guys. There, $7.2 on that candle. So we got stopped out as the market broke these lows. We do still have a pending order in. It's not for that. It is for that. Um, just need to get your partial TPs in again for the new order so that we know that if it does break the highs, we can then get to break even as soon as the TPs are hit. Hey, no, it's not unlucky. I don't believe anything is unlucky, right? I mean, look, at the end of the day, you put your entries in, you put your stops. We can only control what risk we have. I don't. The markets are not it's not a personal attack, right? So it's like anything. You could play cards. You could have how many? Does anyone in here play poker? Ah, cheers, Cruz. Nice. Thanks for the comments. Um, does anyone play poker? Because look, right, you could have a really good hand, right? But you could still lose. So has anyone read the book called Thinking in Bets by Annie Brooks? Thanks, Cruz. Cheers, buddy. Um, if have a look at Thinking in Bets by Annie Brooks. It's a brilliant book because it talks about probabilities. So she was doing a presentation one day to an audience, and I can't remember what the hand was she had, and she said it had a, let's say, 70% probability of winning. So she put, I can't remember, I think she went all in if I'm not mistaken. It's a while since I've read it. She went all in and it lost. Now, someone in the audience, obviously a true hater, started laughing and joking, basically saying, "You lost, you lost, you lost." And she was like, "Yeah, I know. But if I play that hand every time and I go all in every time, I'm going to come out on top based on probabilities." So when you trade, as long as you know your stats and your system and your percentages, you're never going to go all in when it comes to trading because there's too many variabilities, right? But what you do is you trade consistently, and that means if you see the setup and it does something, regardless of whatever my friend over here says or my friend over there says, that's their opinion, that's how they trade, and their trades and their rules and their bias is going to be created upon their system that they've developed. So what you do is you just have to ignore what people say, guys, and it's a bit, I don't know, blunt. You just need to be blunt and believe in what you do because you've got the results. So on that basis, you just stick to what you do. Don't keep chopping and changing because this is where people go wrong. They chop and change based on what someone else has said or a different system. It doesn't matter what it is. You're going to have losers. The objective is that you either, if you trade at a positive RR, then you don't need as many winners. So you could be 30% successful and still come out on top if you trade at, let's say, an average of a 3R. But if you trade at something like a half R, you're going to need to be like 85% successful, meaning you're getting a lot more winners than you are losers. So it all comes down to your statistics and how you trade. Now, there was a time in that trade, hindsight's a wonderful thing. I should have probably closed out when it half out when it got back to my entry price after being what at one point it was like 68 pips down and then came back to break even. Should have probably closed half out. Um, but this is where you come back and you think about it and should I have closed half out with the news just on the round the corner? Probably. Um, I didn't, so it is what it is. We'll just see what happens now, see if we can get that next push higher. I am still favoring a move to the upside. So I do have a pending order in there. So we've just taken a loss. If you just joined, guys, we bought as the market broke the highs here. It it literally must have missed TP by uh, less than a pip. Less than a pip, but it is what it is. Um, I did hit auto break even as well, but it just dropped back down before below my entry price. So let's see if we can get that move to the upside, which I do think will happen, but we've got to sit tight. Uh, right, order's getting pretty close. Now we could be heading into round two for our trade here. So orders above the highs, guys. Orders above the highs. Now, hourly candle, what's it looking like? Yeah, it's looking good. Now we've got our extended targets, as I said. Now, for those of you that do like your old sort of technical charting, you could potentially look at taking trades up to this area, 33.24. Now, when you look at 33.24, what type of pattern do you see? Tell me what type of pattern you can see there, guys. This is really old school technical charting. All right, that can go now because we're we're not looking for that. We're looking for, there we go. What type of pattern do you see there, guys? Tell me. It's really, really, you see these inverted head and shoulders. Now, we'd expect the market to potentially go up here and this distance here. I don't trade like this anymore, but that distance there, you'd expect to see the market run that same distance above the neckline. So maybe up to, let's have a look. We're about to get triggered. 1 second. Let's look left. Yeah. So we've got plenty of clear space. We have buy orders in above the 30-minute high. Let me just get rid of these, move that up. So if we just look at this, so the buy order is in above here. Stop loss will go in underneath the 30-minute low. If you have just joined, guys, we have taken a loss already. We took a loss on gold. Underneath, we bought as the market broke out. Now, some people did hit TP on this spike here. It missed my TP by just under half a pip. So if you did take it and you got TP1, well done. Unfortunately, it missed mine just. So let's just get auto break even ready. I don't want to miss out on break even again. Started trading yesterday with a funded 10k account up 368. Oh, well done. That's so I'm just laughing at some of the comments regarding Trump's statement. It's all fun, right? It's all fun. Uh, well, what's going on with the NASDAQ while waiting? Nothing. We're going to look for longs on the NASDAQ above here. So look what happened. The NASDAQ sold off on that tweet by Trump, and then it's given everything back that it sold off by. Um, Gold did something similar, sold off, and then it's rallied back to where it was and a bit higher after the tweet. Um, just sitting tight, guys. We've got to wait. We've got to wait for the market to move. It did move. We took a loss. Now we're waiting for it to come back and potentially push higher and look for targets up into anywhere between 3316 and 3324. I wouldn't look for any longs again until long now until we get up into these areas, providing we break this high. If Yeah, Jordan, let's catch some of these sweet longs. My last normally my live streams have been superb in terms of success rates, but we just had a loss now, and I had two losses yesterday, so not a not a great start, but it is not a great way to finish the month for live streams. But unfortunately, guys, what you see is what you get. There's no it's all about transparency. Yeah, it's all good sitting there and posting theoretical signals that they want traders to jump in on. I blew one of my top step accounts yesterday. It's okay. Luckily, I have four more back. Nice. Yeah. Well, at least you're trading them separately, or at least in different risk parameters. Trade. The, how many of you do copy trading? Because copy trading is definitely something I would look at doing, especially as a trader looking to generate extra revenue. The reason I say this is because if you, in fact, I tell you, I'm going to show you some, Jordan, I know you said you're using Top Step, but if you go to, check out these guys, if you want the closest conditions to um, trading your own personal account, um, go to my stand store. Oh, shit, where's it gone? Go to my stand store and check out the instant funding. I've just posted the link in the chat. So go to my stand store, check out the instant funding. Now it's about as good as you're going to get in terms of in terms of prop accounts. And the reason I say that is because you can trade through news, you can hedge. If you don't want to trade with a stop loss, you don't have to trade with a stop loss. There's no daily drawdown limits. There's a fixed drawdown, which is static. It doesn't move. So as you make 5%, your drawdown then becomes 15%. So this is the closest thing you're going to get to trading your own account. And it scales as you progress. So the only thing you have to do and the only thing you have to worry about is making 20%. Now you have to do that with other accounts, if you think about it, you have to go 10% or 8% and then 8% or 10%, 8%. Um, so, and the challenges get more and more difficult because your trailing drawdown is coming up as you make profit. So check them out. You start with minimum deposit is like 300 and maximum is 5,000. 5,000 will take you up to a million based on performance. 300 will take you up to 60K. So there's it's really, really cool. Pleasure, mate. Pleasure. A lot of my members are using them, so you can. Hi, Mark. Looking at gold, do we say that the structure has changed? Yeah, I mean, look, I just bought it Uoloko, and I just got stopped out on this retracement here. I bought it, it broke these highs. Some of the members bought it as well, and they took profits, hitting their TP ones. It missed mine by less than a pip. But look, that's part and parcel of trading. You just sometimes you get the half a pip, the other time you don't get a half a pip. Um, Three lives so far. Everyone looking for a buy. I think it's time for a sell. Hey, listen, I'll sell below here if we get a close below, and I'll buy above here if we get above this high now. So either way, um, I'll trade it either way. Just it needs to, it just can't stay in this range. If it stays in this range, I'm done. I used to copy trade when Nova funding was around, made incredible money, 40K. Well, Jordan, there's a link in my Stan store. Have a go there. Yeah, copy trading. Listen, I think if you have yeah, I have a mentorship group. If you go on my stand store, you can have a look in there. Um, we've had a few people join up from TikTok and YouTube recently. Um, oh right, so no worries, bud, no worries. There is a free channel in there as well. Yes, there's a paid and a free. Obviously, live streams these are that I do at 1 o'clock. These are free. But yeah, we're just waiting now, guys. Uh, so if we look, we've had 15-minute closed above structure. So if we bring in the breakout system or the rules more to be, all right, why did I not breakout? There we go. So that's what we're looking for, guys. Did we close above structure? Yes. Have we got resistance? Yes. Do we have clear space to the left-hand side? Yes. Next candle to wick down. Is it wicking down? Yes. Buy stop above previous candle's high. Now look, if we put the buy stop above here, we are risking this wick here. So our order is above the high. Okay, does that make sense, guys? So you can see there's my step-by-step rules. This is my playbook, if you want to call it that. You can see exactly a pleasure. The lives will always be free that I do on YouTube and TikTok. So at 1 o'clock most days I'll go live, and like I say, I'm doing this just to build brand awareness. Whether I continue to do it forever or not, I don't know, but I enjoy it. I get to speak to new people. My members get more sessions as well. Can I explain number 4? Yeah, okay. So if we have the candle like this, and let's say that's the resistance level there that it's closed above, the next candle, I want to see it start moving down. As it moves down, then I'll place my order above the highs. So then it does this. So you get the wick down first, this little black line, as it's doing here, it's moving down first. Then as it breaks the highs, we push up. So the best, based in London, Donovan, I'm based in London. So if you think of this process and the why I want it to go down before it goes up, I want it to go down because it's a bit like firing an elastic band. You pull the band back before it goes forward. You fire a gun, you cock the revolver, and then you pull the trigger and it pushes the hammer forward. So everything goes backwards before it goes forwards. If you remember when you were a kid and you had those cars, you used to have to pull them back on the carpet or the floor for them to project forwards. So that's the way I like to trade. I want the same things to happen. Obviously, that entry we did around the tweet was different. That was obviously, I was expecting the market to continue the follow through. We had comics coming in. Um, there's been no follow through. So it was a momentum based entry. So that was slightly different. Uh, Donovan, whereabouts you based, mate? So hopefully that entry technique makes sense to you guys. Nick, how we doing? Don't hesitate, just joined. Yeah, well done. Where did I just see? Did someone? Oh, Donovan's in Battersea. All right, I used to live across the water. Used to be in Imperial Wharf. Now northwest. Uh, just got someone at the door, but I am from South Africa visiting the missus. Oh, lovely. Whereabouts in South Africa? I uh, I used to spend a lot of time in South Africa. Used to work in Johannesburg for about 18 months. Nice, nice, nice. All right, well, enjoy London. Thanks for bringing some sunny weather over. While we're having a few chit chats to people on live stream, um, we're still waiting for gold to break these highs. We've got 6 minutes for the hourly candle to close. So looking at the hourly, uh, you can see price has still respected this uh, price. Oh, sorry, sorry. If you can hear my doggies, I do apologize. Someone just buzzed the door and he wants to go and see who it is, but let's get rid of those drawings while we're there. Oh, okay. Uh, oh, cheers, mate. That's very kind of you. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. I mean, look, one thing I will tell you is don't expect me to come out and do something new every day, right? I treat trading like I used to treat the gym. It's about doing. People talk about repetitions, right? The more you repeat something, in theory, the better you come. But just remember, practice makes permanent. So if you practice doing something bad, you're just going to become very good at doing something bad. Okay? So what I'd say is, whatever you're doing, if you're doing anything or if you're anywhere that's teaching you something, don't expect brand new systems every day. And if they're trying to show you new jazzy things or new strategies all the time, then there's something wrong with that. You as Bruce Lee said, I fear the man who practiced one punch 10,000 times to the man that practiced 10,000 punches. Yeah? Just be consistent. Be good at be good at the simple things. Keep the simple things. Do the simple processes. Map out the charts. Um, you know, the you keep the simple things good, and the rest will fall into place. BTC or ETH? What's the question? Shinichi. Are you asking me what I would buy, BTC or ETH, or you 3370 loading? Look, we're looking to buy on the break of this high. So if we look at the 15-minute, we had a candle closure above. So there's the the roll what we're looking at. So we're trading a breakout. We've had the closure above structure, so if I just bring that back down to the level, this candle closed above structure, the next candle's pulling back. We're looking for then the market to just break these highs and push up into at least sort of like 33.16. Um, it needs to break 33.25. Only if you're going higher than that. If you look, that's if as we spoke to it, that is in theory your neckline of an inverted head and shoulders. I want to be profited and out and done by the time it gets there. Literally, I'm coming way out before that. Um, I'm not looking for entries or whatever. I'm new, so I'm looking for validation on what I've learned. Okay, cool. Yeah, like it. No need to jump in. Jumping in will only cause you stress and heartache. Once you are comfortable with your systems, how you trade, how you're going to react under pressure, how you're going to react after you've had a losing trade. Because what is common is when people have a losing trade, they just literally try and jump straight back into the market and go, should you buy or sell? I don't know. What are you thinking about? Is it gold? Is it something else? Um, I'm looking at buying gold. I have a pending order on gold. Um, and when it triggers, what I'll do is I'll pull over my live chart and you'll see it on YouTube. Albert Ace, how we doing? Uh, right, what's this? We have Okay, we're seeing 1 minute for the close of the hourly candle, and it's looking good for buys, guys. It's looking good for buys. Yeah, hourly looks good. So we have what, 15 seconds left. So look, if the hourly candle closes like this is what I would expect to happen. Um, 11th of June, lit up all their gifts. I don't know what that means. So are you okay down there? Um, so candles closed now. We've closed literally above. Now about 5, 6 pips above. What I would like to see happen realistically is I would like to see this next candle start to move lower. And this is what I'm moving lower is, in theory, just creating liquidity, attracting buyers, giving it a better price for buyers to come in. And if it does move lower, fantastic. Our entry above the highs, I believe, is more valid. Um, I mean, look, we're still good to go because the last 15-minute candle was a pullback candle. On number two, closes above is always looking 15-minute candle correct or yeah. So this system, great question again, Edwin. So regardless, I'm happy to trade this on the hourly, the 30, the 15. Um, some of my members do trade this setup because at the end of the day, it's just a candle play. They will trade it on the daily charts. Let me see if I can show you. All right. Uh, break above. So I'm just checking. Da-da-da-da. Uh, what did they trade? There was what? There was a daily setup recently. Here you go. So this would be like this is our BPC trade. So look, markets come back. You've had 1, 2, 3 downrange candles. Then buyers have come back in. Next candle on the Nasdaq, the markets come down first. As it comes down, you place your buy order above the highs. Then as it triggers, stop loss moves from here underneath the candle. Because in theory, you just put a theoretical stop loss anywhere in this candle body. But as soon as it triggers, you're going to move your stop loss underneath the low of that candle, and then you're just targeting resistance, and it does it in the same day. And when I say resistance, just structure of that candle. So that would be a typical setup using daily charts. Identical formula for looking at it. This is just a BPC trade. So in theory, the breakout happened back here. There's your resistance. It's breakout. Then we're waiting for the pullback. There's your pullback. Wait for the continuation candle. And then same setup, entry setup. Wait for the pullback. As it breaks the highs, we're in. So you can use it on any time frame. Holding it. I've got two microphones now because they're going live on TikTok at the same time. I don't know how to get the same microphone working on two different systems. As I told you, bit of a dinosaur when it comes to technology. Now, what we can do when this triggers, instead of our stop loss being here, all we do is we bring it straight up underneath the low of that candle. So you de-risk massively very, very quickly. Now, unfortunately, hourly candle, I want open, low, high, and close. Let me see open, low, gold, hourly. Uh, sorry, I want open, low, high, close, and uh, do you ever look at silver for divergence? No. Now, look, I don't trade silver. I don't. If you went back to my swing trading days, I would look at. I'll show you what I would look at because it's not triggered yet. So. Um, let's change this to a line chart. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add XAU, XAG. So what you can do is you can look at the relationship of gold to silver. So because what I've done here is, uh, was that something at the door? What I've done is, let me just, what color was that? So this purple line, this is your gold divided by silver. So as you can see right now, let me just put it on a daily chart. The relationship, gold has massively overvalued the price of silver in recent. So when we look at this, if you're looking for buys, I would say continue looking for buys on gold as opposed to silver. If they both set up for sells, then I would say sell silver over gold because silver is weaker than gold. Does that make sense? So this purple line is gold is appreciating against the price of silver. Okay, as it comes down, so if we were to go back in time, you can see that literally this sort of price point here around 41, what's that, 41%. So I've done it in percentages, unfortunately. As price came into here, in theory, you'd want to be selling gold or buying silver in the past, right? Because it's saying that prices on gold has reached a premium or gold or silver has reached a floor. Okay, so that's the way I would look at it. Going back when I used to trade, let's say swing style trading, futures trading, I don't do that anymore. I literally just day trader on gold, NASDAQ and DAX. DAX in the morning, gold in the morning, gold and NASDAQ in the afternoon. Um, Only one trade today, and it's been a losing trade. It was on live stream as well, so all there to be seen. Um, you know, transparency is key. So yeah, I'll just get rid of that. So let me just bin that off. Okay, and we go back to candles. So yeah, you can use the relationship between gold and silver to see which one to buy or sell, but always just divide it. So just either look at XAU, XAG, or XAG, XAU. Just remember, whatever is the base currency, it'll be the one that is to the value of one in theory. So the base will always be one. The quote or the term currency is the one that's going to be moving up and down. That's the one that's getting going to show you the fluctuations. DXY is taking a bit of a dive. Uh, let's have a look. I mean, look, I think ever since January, we've seen DXY taking a dive. Now, where we remain, if we stay underneath this area, if we break these lows, then we could see another big dive in DXY. The other thing you have to think about with now, ignore the DXY, right? The DXY is such a terrible chart because it's so outdated. In fact, guys, if you are relatively new to trading, just bin off the DXY chart. If you want to create a dollar index, then you're better off doing that by doing something like this. Come over to your majors, go to a list and create something like this, USD strength, right? Then put all the majors and minors, so your G7 markets together, put gold there, put 10-year treasuries there, and put bonds there. What you want to see is, right, what are the yields doing? Are the yields going up or down? What is the dollar doing against all the majors and the minors? What's gold doing and what are bonds doing? Now, bonds are inverted T yields. So as yields go up, bonds should be going down. So this will give you a true reflection on what's happening with the dollar on the day. If you then want to create a proper like dollar index chart, you want to basically uh, map the strength and weakness out of all these markets over a period of time. Maybe on like a weekly chart, or there's even indicators that do this for you that you can plug them into MT4. And the reason I say do this as opposed to looking at the dollar index is a basket of currencies that is so heavily weighted. I think it's like 57%, 58% to the euro, about 17 or 16% to the Japanese yen, 13% to the pound. There's a bit of Canadian dollar in there. There's a bit of Swedish krona in there, and I can't remember. New Zealand dollar's definitely not. Oh, Swiss franc as well as the other one. Um, Look, I'll show you. It really is a useless chart. I wouldn't even bother looking at it because you might as well just look at dollar Swiss or look at euro dollar invertedly. uh, DXY basket of currencies. Here you go. All right. So there you go. Uh, there you go. Euro 57%, yen 13%, pound 12%, dollar 9%, Swedish krona 4%, Swiss francs. Okay, we've been triggered on gold. Where are we? Let me just get that down. Okay, I'm bringing my stop right up now. Where are we? Okay, so there we go, guys. So stops up underneath the current 30-minute or hourly candle low. They're both the same. You can see we've got break-even entry price, break-even price here, TP1 price just above. I did just get slipped a little bit there, about 5 pips above the high. So not the best entry, but as you can see, we are like. Anna, you got TP1 and break even. I've had a literally, I'm not having much luck today. I missed my TP1 on the other chart, and then this one slipped me by 6 pips. So yeah, would have been TP1, but it's not. See, look, there you go, guys. My members have hit TP1 and got stopped at break even. I've had a bad execution. We got slipped about 5 pips. It says 7.8 above the high of the wick. So I always give it 2, so 5 and a bit pips. But Anna's hit T1 and break even. Peter Cole's hit T1 and break even. Ah, I'm not getting the rub of the green today, am I? At least my members are making money. That's the main thing. I need to put another TP in at there we go. Well done to everyone that got TP1 and break even. This could be a very frustrating Friday for me. Would I have done anything different? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Same entry would have all been the same. What am I looking for on gold? Hey, Paul. Well, oh, it's changed. Damn it. Sorry, I forgot I'm on a different chart for YouTube. We are in on gold. We broke the highs. Members are already been in and hit take profit and then got stopped at break even. So we have a statutory 10 pips break even or statutory 10 pips take profit. So members will vary. Unfortunately, I've got gapped on that one, slipped. So I didn't hit take profit. I was about 5 pips short. But if you go into YouTube, you'll see bloody hell. Yeah, all my members in YouTube have hit TP1 and got stopped out at break even. I'm in the trade. I'm 12 and a half, 15, 16 pips, sorry, offside at the minute. So yeah, entry was above the high of this candle. So if I just show you here. So entry was above the high here, 2 pips above the high based on spread. So 1 pip for spread and then just an extra pip. Uh, yeah, so this isn't looking very good for me today. Unbelievable. Like I said, the main thing is members have hit their TP and got out at break even. Hmm. Uh, Andrew, T1 and break even. User not found. And I am just about to get stopped here, guys. Literally. And there we go. Stopped out. So that's it. That's my two trades and done. I don't take any more. If I've had two losses, I'm out. That's my Friday. Well, the the moral of the story is members did well today. I didn't. Golden Rembo, who's that? How are we doing? In not for me, mate. It's all right. You keep your smart money concepts. Not for me. I've seen more accounts blow up using smart money concepts than anything. But thanks for the offer. Okay. Listen, I'm always happy to look at developing, but the systems are the systems that I use, and we can be right and we can be wrong and still win. So you look at my members. If you go into YouTube, you'll see that they've taken T1 and break even. Unfortunately, I didn't. I got slipped. I got slipped by 5 pips. So if you go into YouTube, you'll see they've all banked TP1. We all had the same entry prices. Um, Unfortunately, uh, I got killed by the broker slippage. It meant my break even didn't activate, and I've taken a second loss. Um, Not the way. What's my risk on these trades? Risk will always be around 2 to 3% initially, and that's because I trade at fixed lot size. And then as the trade triggers, so on this one, if you look at what happened, this trade, original risk was here underneath this candle low, and then it moved up underneath the low of this candle once it broke the highs. So it reduced a lot of the risk, probably about 65% initially. Um, so yeah, reduced the risk very, very quickly. So as soon as in this instance, it broke the highs. So then as soon as it breaks its own low, I'm out of the trade. If it was a bearish candle close, but I was still in the trade, then I'd close half. And then if it took out the low of that candle, I'd then close it all. I've just realized YouTube, I haven't changed back. Guys, it's 2:15. I'm not going to take any more trades now for the week, the month. I'm done. Um, that's two losing trades today and two yesterday. Transparency, guys. It's uh, not the way that I would like to finish a month, but it is what it is. Joined from guys, if you've just joined on TikTok, I am just wrapping up now, so thank you for being here. Guys, if you're on YouTube, thanks and well done. Hey, Edwin, no, thank you, mate. I appreciate it. But yeah, not the way that I like to finish a Friday. I guess I better go for a run now. Guys, have an amazing weekend. Um, Thank you all for the new follows. And guys, if you are on YouTube, you can leave a like and a share or a comment. That'd be much appreciated. Let me know any feedback. If you've enjoyed it, you didn't enjoy it, please. Honest feedback is what I want. I don't want the traditional nonsense and all saying wonderful things. If you thought it was terrible, you say so. If you thought it was good, please say so. All right, guys, have a great weekend, and I'll see you all Monday. I'll be live at 1 o'clock on TikTok and YouTube. Take care. Bye bye.